This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Get $400 off windows and $800 off doors during their current summer sale. They'll even throw in a free upgrade to Smart Sun Glass too. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for more information. Offer ends August 31st. Cancer-causing chemicals are found along a popular trail. Meanwhile, about 10% of Pennsylvanians don't have access to affordable food. An amended state code has opened up teaching to non-citizens, and a woman found a bear eating graham crackers in her kitchen. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. The public trail at Bartram's Garden in Philadelphia was closed a couple of weeks ago after a visitor informed officials of a possible chemical contamination, reports Philly Voice. And after collecting soil samples from the area, the State Department of Environmental Protection last week confirmed that they found high levels of hexavalent chromium, a chemical known to cause cancer. The contamination is said to have come from a nearby site that used to be a fuel oil terminal that operated from 1951 to 2021. It also turns out that the visitor who flagged the issue in the first place did so in April, and investigations began around that time, although Bartram's Garden wasn't aware of the issue until mid-July. Department toxologist Julie Miller stated during a town hall that health hazards from exposure to the chemicals along the trail are minimal, though, and there's currently a cleanup taking place. The DEP also confirmed that water samples taken from the portion of the Schuylkill River that's close to the trail turned up without any of the chemicals in it. A recent study from the Center for Rural Pennsylvania has estimated that 10% of Pennsylvanians don't have access to adequate and affordable food, reports the Center Square. Nationally, Assistant Director Laura Dimino puts that number at a bit above that, both in rural and urban areas, thanks to inflation and other factors. Based on interviews from various subjects, Dimino says that while food assistance to alleviate this issue tends to focus on children and young families, seniors seem to be the most at risk from food insecurity. Food banks, too, are suffering from many hurdles to get these people food, including transportation limits, a need for funding, and a lack of volunteers. Part of the passing of the 2024-25 state budget included an amendment to the Pennsylvania School Code to allow for the certification of eligible non-citizens who are otherwise legally allowed to work to teach, states the Reading Eagle. The state used to prohibit non-citizens from teaching unless they were applying to teach a foreign language or had a green card and have documented their intent to become a U.S. citizen, explained why. But the teacher shortage in the state has otherwise changed all that. Nicole Exemplari was upstairs in her Pocono Lake home last week when she heard a weird noise, begins PennLive. And when she went downstairs to investigate, she came face to face with a black bear eating graham crackers in her kitchen. The bear had come in through a sliding door and was helping itself to not just the graham crackers, but also applesauce, marshmallows, and fruit snacks, just to keep it healthy. Nicole eventually enlisted the help of her neighbor to help scare the bear away, and it eventually left. But not before grabbing a pack of tostado shells on the way out. That wraps up today's episode. For even more news, check out PennLive.com. And please remember to rate this podcast wherever you may listen to it, and to email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com, even if it's just to say hi. Thanks in advance, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back again tomorrow for another round of Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Get $400 off windows and $800 off doors during their current summer sale. They'll even throw in a free upgrade to Smart Sun Glass too. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for more information. Offer ends August 31st.